Hello, everyone. This is Ryan Rukhaberlen. Welcome to the Washington State University's webcast for the online MBA program. We hope everyone is having a great day, and thank you for joining us. Before we get started, I'd like to cover a few housekeeping items. In order to minimize background noise, the presentation is in broadcast only mode. This means you can only hear us and we cannot hear you. If you have the opportunity to go on video, just hold off on that. We will answer questions at the end. By using the Q&A feature on the top right of your screen, you should be able to type in any questions that you may have. We will do our best to answer any questions as possible during the Q&A session and at the end of the presentation as well. If we are unable to answer all your questions today, one of our enrollment advisors will reach out and follow up with you. Finally, we are recording this webinar and it will be emailed to you after the presentation, as well as posted on our website in the next couple of weeks. The agenda for today's webcast will consist of rankings and accreditations of the program and the Carson College School of Business, an overview of our online MBA program, followed by a formal introduction and opportunity to hear from our Associate Dean of Professional Programs, who is Cheryl. We will then go into the program admissions requirements, networking and career resources, as well as provide information regarding the international field study. Finally, we will wrap up the Q&A session at the end of the presentation. My name is Ryan Rukhaberlen. I am an enrollment advisor with the online MBA and executive MBA programs. And we also do have Cheryl Oliver on the line today.
Hi, Ryan. Hi, everybody. Thank you. I'll look forward to speaking to you shortly.
Thanks, Cheryl. So we do have the rankings and accreditations and rankings sheet up here today. Carson College School of Business is a top-ranked program. We're actually the #1 school in the Pacific Northwest and ranked number 2% of business schools in the world that are accredited at the bachelor, master, and doctoral levels by the AACSB accreditation. We are also accredited by the NWCCU as well. The 100% fully online MBA program can be completed in 22 to 29 months. The 7-month gap exists because of our foundation courses, which we will go over today. Once you are enrolled in classes, you will have scheduled 1-week breaks in between classes, and you will also have a spring and winter break as well. The program overall does contain 7 foundation classes, and these are for students who have not taken business classes to provide them with more of a stepping stone into our core part of the program. As you can see, we do have 4 concentrations. These concentrations are in marketing, finance, hospitality business management, and international business. We will talk more about these concentrations and what it could do for you in one of the upcoming slides. And also the program here is an asynchronous content. This really means that it's free form. You do not have a specific time commitment or required login time. The program's up all time on Blackboard. You can log in when you feel comfortable, but we will have deliverables and weekly deadlines throughout the week. So we do have the MBA certificates as well. These are the concentrations that you can form in marketing, finance, international business, and hospitality management. Upon acceptance and declaring concentration, you can earn a graduate level certificate simply by completing the 3 corresponding electives that are included in the curriculum. This is nice for a lot of our students who are looking to go into a specific field. We also do have a general route, which is completely acceptable as well. So here are some of the online MBA highlights. As we covered before, the length of the program is anywhere from 22 to 29 months, but you do have up to 6 years to actually complete the entire program. Enrollment, one of the processes, we do have a GMAT waiver in place, which we will cover a little bit later as well. The program is fully 100% online, which means no residency required. There's never any demanded trips to campus. You could do it from the convenience of your home or your computer, and is really catered to somebody that is going to be working full-time as well. That being said, there is no minimum amount of years that required that you have to be working. You can come in from straight as an undergraduate with no work experience under your belt. The typical class size will be anywhere from 25 to 30 students. And the course structure is very nice. It's one class at a time. Each class can be anywhere from 5 to 7 weeks long. And it's nice because you can focus on one professor and typically one assignment at a time. The tuition can range quite a bit. Once again, this gap exists because of those foundation courses. It could be anywhere from $29,268 to $42,276. This is something that one of your enrollment advisors will be able to help you out with while going through your foundation course waiver form. As far as the application and starting the process for the online MBA program, we will have a fully online application. The documents that you will have to submit are your official transcripts. If you are a WSU student, we can always grab that for you. You will update a current 2-page resume. You will receive 1 letter of recommendation from either a past boss, current professor, and then you will have to write up a statement of purpose too, which will be providing us with a brief background of your educational and work experiences, why you're a great fit for this program, and what you're looking to do after the program as well. The GPA that we're typically looking for is a 3.0 or higher. And as far as the GMAT, we are looking for right around a 550 score. As far as the GMAT waivers, a lot of people are curious about this. We have them all listed right here. If you previously earned a graduate level degree in the past, there is a good way to actually waive the GMAT. If you have 5+ years of progressive work experience and higher than a 3.0 GPA. If you graduated your undergraduate degree with a STEM degree, so in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics with above a 3.0, we will be able to look for a GMAT waiver. And if you graduated from an AACSB institution with above a 3.0 or higher. Lastly, if you have 10+ years of progressive work experience and between a 2.79 to a 4.0, we would be able to look for a GMAT waiver. A great benefit of our program is the multiple layers of support that you get. Once you start looking into our program, an enrollment advisor will partner with you to provide you with the information you need to know about the program, answer any questions you may have, and if the program is a good fit, they will actually assist you through the admissions process. Once you've been accepted into the program, you will be teamed up with a student support advisor. Their role is to be your liaison within the learning space. The student support advisor will set your schedule up, ensure you have your books and material, and any other support system you need, they'll be able to connect you with them. Outside of those resources, you also will have tech support. Your professors are very hands-on and supportive, and then they will also have section instructors that can help you out as well.
Okay, I'll be happy to take this one, Ryan. So when talking about a day in the life of students, Ryan's mentioned earlier on how our structure supports you. So there are, as you mentioned, 2 layers of faculty support. There is 24/7 tech support, and your student support advisor will be contacting you regularly to make sure that you have everything you need for each class, that you're enrolled, that you know what to expect, or that you can get in touch with other support services as you need them. Our classes, as Ryan mentioned, are 5 weeks long for the foundation courses and 7 weeks long for the core and electives of the program. We also do have a capstone that takes place over the second half of the program that is 16 weeks long. So that's spread out a little bit to give you a little bit more time to concentrate on the 2 classes at the same time. Classes do begin on Monday and end on Sundays. So many of our students say that between Monday and Friday, they may finish a full day of work. They have children, a spouse or partner. They may spend time with their family, get everybody put to bed or calm down for the evening, and then concentrate on their schoolwork for a couple hours each night. During those weekday evenings, as mentioned here, generally Monday through Thursday, we have a 1-hour live session with your lead faculty member and an additional 1-hour live session with your section instructor. And these are live sessions that we require of the faculty, and they are recorded, but they're not required of students. Now, many students do enjoy attending them. They learn a lot. They love engaging with each other and with the faculty, but we know that it's really hard to get a meeting of 5 or 10 people and make times work for everyone. So we do try and make sure that these are voluntary for students, but required for faculty so that you can attend them at your will, or that you can watch the recording when you have an opportunity. Even some of the students who have attended the session will watch the recording again to pick up a specific piece of information, or maybe fast forward to that one spot in the 1 hour session so that they can pick up something they might have missed before. These do not take place on the weekends. They are Monday through Thursday. And then most of our students will spend a little bit longer Friday night, and then perhaps a larger block of time on Saturday and Sunday to finish coursework that's typically due over that weekend period. It doesn't mean everything is always due on Saturday or Sunday, but many of the bigger projects or tests and things are due on Sunday, so that you can complete them, get them turned in on Sunday night, get the feedback by Monday or Tuesday from your faculty in preparation for continuing that work through the next week, so you know where you stand and how you're learning in that course. On average, students spend between 10 or 15 hours. So if you think, oh, 2 or 3 hours Monday through Friday, maybe that would be fine for you. But if one of those nights is pinched, maybe you would spend a couple of those hours on Saturday or Sunday. I have talked to students who've said, gosh, in something that was really hard, I actually spent more like 20. And in something where I felt like I had more fluency, I spent 10. And where we see students getting the most value is when they can think about what they're doing at work in relationship to what's happening in the classroom, or think of what's happening in the classroom as to how it may apply in their work environment, and really find that meaning. That does help things go a little bit faster than trying to do those two things in a silo. There are team projects. It is important to us that you have an opportunity to extend your team contributions in a new way and get additional feedback. I know most of you are already working in work teams in your offices. Maybe those are even remote teams there as well. But we will provide some additional opportunities for you to get to know your classmates and work on projects in a team. In some ways that helps you distribute the work. It also helps to be able to collaborate across industries and across discipline areas. I know when we have an accountant with a trucking industry working with an HR person from healthcare, that the things that they're able to contribute to a group project are much more diverse, and they can learn more from each other than if each person was working in a silo. So we do encourage the use of Zoom or Skype or Adobe Connect or FaceTime, whatever it is that you like to use for video conferencing. And then each of your classes will also have space set up in the Blackboard system, the LMS, so that you could also meet there if you didn't want to use some of those extra or additional technologies. And then we do what we call carousel scheduling. So that means you are in one course at a time, and that does not negatively impact financial aid. Our rules are structured so that one class per session, so 2 classes in a semester, is a full load. And what happens is that while you're in that 7-week or 5-week course, you're completely immersed in that experience and can apply what you're learning at work to the class and vice versa. I'll tell you why we do that. When I was a graduate student and a working professional, I was attending a face-to-face program for one of my degrees and an online for another. While I was attending the face-to-face program, one class would be 4 to 7 one week night, and the next was 7 to 10 the next week night. And so all I was really doing during that semester was triaging between the 2 different sets of projects, going back and forth, and my learning wasn't nearly as deep. So because we've shortened the courses, we're enabling an opportunity for you to really concentrate on that coursework, learn it, and not have to take a break from finance to go to a marketing course to then come back to a finance course. So we want you to be able to be immersed and have that continuous learning pattern through the program. For this next slide, we'll talk about the International Field Study, and I'm very excited I was able to participate in a meeting today where this summer our faculty will be leading students to Helsinki, Finland, and to Tallinn, Estonia. In past years, we've gone to Chile, we've gone to China, we've gone to Vietnam, we've gone to Switzerland. We've got a number of places depending on the interest of the group of students that will be going and the businesses in which they're employed. And so this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. It's not a vacation. It's not just a tourist experience. We do work with providers who enable us to see inside companies. Again, that's dependent on students' interests, what we're teaching in the MBA program at that time, perhaps even what's happening in the international market, both politically or financially or in terms of trends. So those business tours are important, and they do take up a lot of the daytime hours. We also do make sure that you have a chance to visit the cultural activities in that location. It provides an opportunity for you to get to know your classmates as well as those people working at the companies. And then we do have local guides, English speaking guides to help with translation or to help with our buses and other activities. All of the students who go on this opportunity rave about the experience. I've had the chance to attend some of these with our students and can't say enough about the benefits of these, even if you already travel internationally for work. If you're like me, when you travel internationally for work, you may find that you end up in a country, you spend a few days in your hotel or at your meetings or at your conference, and then you are hopping right back on a plane to get home with maybe a half day, maybe not even that, to be able to sightsee or explore anything. So in this experience, it's typically 10 days. It is associated with a course in which you would learn more about the country or more about the topic matter, and then have the opportunity to study abroad. We do try to keep these programs affordable for our students, and we do offer some minimal scholarships as well. So as you go through the process of applying for the program, the enrollment advisors will start telling you right away when the next opportunity is so that you can start planning your schedule around them. Again, it is 10 days, and it's a phenomenal opportunity to spend time with your faculty and fellow students in really neat environments, learning about other businesses across the globe.
All right, folks. Thank you, Cheryl, first of all. And at this time, I'd like to thank everyone for attending. Any kind of questions that you have, feel free to put them in the Q&A box, and we'll be happy to answer those. The fall start date is coming up on August 19th, and we do have the number below to connect with a student support or a enrollment advisor, excuse me. We are more than happy to stick around if you guys have questions and answer those for you. So feel free to go ahead and enter that into the box.
Ryan, hearing no questions, I think it's an appropriate time to end the recording so that we aren't extending this, the end of this too long.
Sounds great. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, make sure to reach out to the number below. We will have someone reaching out to you here shortly. Thanks everyone for attending. Thanks, Cheryl.
Thank you, Ryan. Thanks everyone for attending. Have a great evening.
Good night.